It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seahawks and the Cowboys on Thursday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
There we go.
Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 17 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line. Prescott now from the 50. And he fires one incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Gino. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Pollard will take it up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Pollard again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Now Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Trying the left side with Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers for Walker last week. 14 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 50, it's Smith. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here is 3rd and 5. To throw is Smith. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. You talk about this Seahawks defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Cowboys at 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Returnable for Lockett. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Unable to corral him. He fights through. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Prescott yet again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Reek Woolen in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown. Jay Ferguson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno down to throw. And he's going to go down again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Let's take it inside his own 40. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And here's a very low line drive. Almost whiffed on it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taken right around the 44. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now a give here to Pollard. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Prescott. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now Prescott on 4th down. That is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and had the guts to go for the pass instead, and as a result, they're set up first and goal.
Pollard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he cannot pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So
we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital, a big test for the Washington Commanders, as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well, one of the best being in Philadelphia, where we find the Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw is Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he goes out right around the 39. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Run for Pollard. And he takes this out right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third and short yardage. Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And again it's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Yeah, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Smith. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Gino. A quick throw there is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They're going to look to throw. Fights through it. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To the air again, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Prescott to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And out of bounds moves all the way down at the 3. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swan. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now Smith.
And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Prescott now on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 7. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, time is certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
1-yard gain brings us 2nd and 9.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now a run with Walker. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing. Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And it's caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now Pollard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarter.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much.
Tyler Lockett.
Still going. Tyler Lockett. He's to the 10.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett taking it in.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
And now here come the Cowboys. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down goal, Seattle.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On second down, it's Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw is Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Pollard will take it up the gut. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Now Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Trying to run forward with Pollard.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Throwing here, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Pollard.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Pollard one more time.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning